And we're back with another episode of the Saga in Construction Machines Simulator. Let's go ahead and check out what we've got. So I've got a City Hall job, which actually does sound very enticing. So without even looking at the other two, let's go ahead and select that. We need an excavator and a front end loader. Now I also did buy a new vehicle. I think I did not include that in the last episode. Who knows, because I tried to record these things and the game crashes. So I'm just going to go ahead and just keep playing and hope for the best that the game actually does manage to record. This does look like a brand new area as well, so that's pretty cool. Very different architecture. So we've got to put the debris in the basement, from the basement into the containers. We'll go ahead and do all of that stuff, but let's actually go around so we can walk around over here. The game does look very nice as well. Like, if you look at certain aspects, it does look pretty cool. What I would like to do is actually have like a bulldozing, I don't know what you'd call it, but those balls that swing and you can smash buildings down. That would be very cool. So let's go have a look at what we've got to do. Demolish the city council building, and we've got to destroy the poles. So I think it's probably best that we do that first off, to be honest. We've got 18 poles to demolish, so yeah, they're definitely on the other side as well. Because this is not 18 according to my just sightseeing mathematics, which is what I'm going to call it. Oh god, what in the world is that protrusion coming out of the ground? Alright, so we're going to have to bring in the debris into the containers there, I think. So don't know what that hole's there for, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. Let's also just get this last one as well. Alright, what I'm going to do is try to go around this machine right around here. I think we're just about to do it. I don't want to go ahead and crash though, because that'll cause a little bit of damage to my wheels, and that means I'll have to replace them, and ultimately it means that we're going to get money out of the bank, and we don't want that. So what are we at? We need to destroy 8 more, which I think, here we go. If I actually reverse into these ones, that's a nice little cheating way to do it. Gonna have to reverse a little bit back and forth, but we've pretty much got this in the bag. Not like there was ever any doubt. Alright, so that's that done. Let's get out of here. Jeez, we spawned very highly out of that. I guess that's actually pretty cool. Let's go do that as well. Come back out the vehicle and like you jump down. Okay, because I guess the cabin is pretty high up. That's different. That's cool as well. Very nice and realistic. So into this guy we go. Excavator. And I'm probably getting the names of these machines confused as well, which is probably very embarrassing. But I'll just remain rather ignorant, and that way I won't be embarrassed, right? Ignorance is bliss, as they say. So what we're actually going to have to do is, I didn't even know that you could use the arrow keys to move the camera around, which is nice. So what I'm going to do is just drive into this building a little bit more. Hopefully these foundations on the side, or these pillars, won't actually add to the structural integrity of the building. We'll be able to demolish freely. What I'm going to have to do is extend the arm, something like so, lower it a little bit, extend it, and lower it again. Alright, now this should give us enough of a run up to actually do a little bit of damage. There we go. 1 out of 360. Got to start somewhere though, right? There we go. 3. It's actually quite fun doing it like this, instead of just using your jackhammer. Oh yeah, sledgehammer, sorry. No jackhammers yet in the game. I'm sure there will be, actually. There should be, at least. Because we haven't gotten anything in a couple of strikes. So that means we're going to have to change our tactics. There we go. Got a nice amount. We actually get money for destroying things. This is different as well. There we go. Now we're actually into the building as well, which is good. So I'll be able to hopefully split it in half. There's a lot of things that we need to demolish. Hopefully, like in the latter stage of the game, it doesn't get up to like 1,000 parts that we need to destroy, because that will just be a little bit overkill. Just a little bit. Take us quite a while. Now, I did actually fail the last episode, didn't I? Because what I did is I replayed that, because I guess you have to replay if you fail. And I replayed it, and I finished it in about 10 or so minutes, pretty much because I knew exactly what I was supposed to do, and I could have done it much more efficiently, and that is what we did. So that definitely worked out for me. What I'm going to have to do is move the arm back in and maybe move this up like so. Alright, so now we should be able to get this closest section. Here we go. Oh, there we go. That was actually very smooth. Getting quite a bit done. Just under a third of the way there. Alright, so I think that's just about it for what we can do around this area. And, well, I guess we could move our excavator. What I'm going to do is just, oh wow. Is this thing like impenetrable? Or are we not able to actually use our sledgehammer in these sections? Wouldn't surprise me either. Thankfully I can get out. Let's come up over here. Am I too far? Who knows? Who can tell? Let's just go around over this way. And I guess the excavator is just the way to do it. So let's do it the old-fashioned way. What I'm going to have to do is just reverse a little bit. There we go. That should be good. Oh, there we go. And now let's go try with this guy that we couldn't. Oh god, this guy's got like 9 lives. We just cannot manage to destroy him. There we go. There goes that pillar. So I guess I pretty much do. Oh, actually we can destroy this lower level as well here. So I'm gonna have to go try that like so. There we go. Alright, that's 120. So what I'm going to do is go back into the driving mode, and we are going to need some fuel quick smart. What I'm actually going to have to do first off is just lift the arm up a little bit. And there we go, we've run out of fuel, so where are we going to pick that up from? Not over here, over here. Alright, pick that up. Thankfully the walking distance isn't all that large, so no problems there. And back we go, trying to demolish things as efficiently as we possibly can. I can definitely see these upgrades being very useful though, because we've already got the tread is greatly diminished over here on the right hand side. Let's go ahead and just keep on destroying this building and hope for the best. Served us well so far. There we go. Look at those score multipliers. How can you say no? This building did look pretty special though. It's like some ancient building or built in a specific time period that architecture was, or at least that we like to look up to in terms of architecture. Wouldn't feel too sure about destroying this in real life. A building like this built out of what looks like pretty much just marble definitely wouldn't go down too well, I'd imagine. Alright, let's just get that arm extended as far out as we can. And I think that's just about it. Alright, so what we're going to do is lift that arm back up. Go back to reversing. We're probably going to need a new batch of fuel any second now. Now, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in the previous video, but the tire tracks aren't actually running independent of each other. So that's one little downside. That's what I was really amazed by, just how well it worked in a game like Construction Simulator. Okay, so we're going to get the wrench out now. Oop. Someone said that this was like a measuring tool or something. It definitely looks like it, but I guess it's some kind of wrench. There's no doubt a proper name for it, for the type of apparatus it is, but I guess it's just a variation of a wrench. Now I'm going to keep things as they are and just go into the different mode here. Try to do as much damage as we can from this angle. Doing pretty well there anyway. Over halfway. Oh, that was good. 224. Alright, we're going to have to bring some gas. Over here is with his spanner. Oh, God. Don't tell me I'm stuck. Maybe we try the other way. There we go. That always works. What I'm going to try to do is just smash through the left over here and then bring this arm down. Let's just get more of a run up. There we go. That actually did work quite well for us. Just bring the arm all the way down. We'll just get these little pillars as well, because they do count. Every little bit counts here, which is what we've learnt, so better make the most of it. I'm probably going to need another batch of fuel as well. And they said we're going to have to bring the debris in, so that's going to be a bit of a challenge as well, because there's a lot of debris. So it'll be interesting to see what that mission entails. Because it's going to be all part of this little scenario that we've got. I think we're just in a position that we're going to have to move into a better position, because we're pretty much all outstretched at the moment and we can't really reach anything apart from maybe these little sides over here. Yeah, we're going to have to go driving for a little bit over this pile of rubbish. There we go. That worked out very smooth. Oh God, where the hell did that rubbish disappear to? It's gone for good. Hopefully it wasn't a necessary piece of rubbish for us to clean up. Although with this game, it would not surprise me at all. Already made a fair amount of money. $350 just from destroying these things. Alright, come on. It should be just about ready to fall down. There we go. It's a nice little multiplier that we got. And then there were 8. Alright, let's bring this back down, and we should be able to get 8 just like so without driving around too much, hopefully. Although knowing my luck, I'll probably have to get more fuel. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm probably definitely going to need more fuel, to be honest. Especially because I'm failing pretty badly at the moment. Oh, we got one. Yes, there we go. Objective done. So now, put debris from the basement into the containers. So I mean like carry it up? Interesting. I'm not sure what they mean. Like, how do we do this? You mean, like, there's no way that we can push it in, is there? I'm pretty sure anyway. Let's try to get out of here. This isn't the basement. I think that by basement they mean this, right? I'm well and truly stuck. Look at these textures though. Especially for that. It's like got a sheen to it. It looked like marble before, but it's got a sheen to it. All right. Maybe this is the basement over here. No. All right, so somehow, impossibly so, I could not imagine this to have worked, but I decided to try it, and I guess it did. What we actually can do is pick these little rocks up with this machine, and this machine, then we drop the goods off, the debris, into over here. We need to do that enough times that 25 of these rocks falls out. There we go. There's 9 there. That's quite a bit. The one that I did manage to get in there was through that excavator. Or bulldozer, whatever you want to call it. So let's go over to where there's a pile of a lot of these debris. Like somewhere around here. And try our luck then, shall we? Ooh. Here we go. Here we go. This is what we like to talk about. Ooh. Try to make sure none of them fall out. The physics is kind of cool though, with all the little particles and all. And now what we're going to do is we are going to just make sure they drop in the correct spot. Here we go. What's this going to be? 25. Yes. I managed to get there in the end. With a lot of costs. All right. So now we've got a fair amount of money. $10,000. Not able to buy a vehicle just yet, unfortunately. What we are able to do though is buy upgrades. You know what? And let's go do all of that. I'm just going to upgrade that. Bit like Pimp My Ride. Actually, there was a Pimp My Ride Xbox game, and I actually do have that. That was a marvelous game if ever there was one. Is there a way to get to the other vehicles? I'm sure there is when you're upgrading. I actually haven't used a truck just yet, have I? I guess we click on the X. Yeah. And then we could just move back and forth. All right, and let's go the okay, so that's the excavator, and this is the front end loader. All right, there we go. So now we can get our terminology right. So let's go to the check upgrades, get all of that done, and we've still got money to spare, which is always great news. All right, so let's go check out what we've got as the next mission. Bury the pipes. All right, that's a brand new one as well. I guess I haven't played this game for a little while, obviously, but... And I guess the contracts do end up adding up as well, which is kind of cool. But that is going to be it for this episode, though, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed. We'll be back, hopefully, with a little bit more derp. And until next time, though, guys, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.